shirt? What's the field there?
See, I don't know. I've had this since high school. It's kind of just like, it's kind of like reminding me of just like living the dream, like just being on the field. Like I could be anywhere working and I get to go play football for my job. So it's kind of I like this shirt.
How do you assess your performance tonight?
Thought I got to watch the film because I feel like there's a lot of things when I watch film. I'm like, well, yeah, maybe I should have done this, or maybe I thought overall, thought it was a decent game. I felt pretty good as far as managing the offense and everything. Obviously, a couple that I wish I had back, and I wish I could go again. But overall, just thought it was a decent, but definitely a lot to improve on.
2 loss tenor looks like, especially for a rookie, process pretty quickly. The football comes out pretty quickly. Do you feel that way, that you're seeing things like that?
I think for me, a little bit of my game, my job as a quarterback is to get the football into the playmakers' hands. They're a lot faster and can make guys miss and a lot of other things when they have the ball in their hands. So I feel like my job as a distributor to be able to put the ball in their hands and let those guys go do what they do.
How do you think you balance staying in the pocket, waiting for your receivers to get open versus holding it too long?
I mean, I feel like every quarterback kind of has that mental timer. Knowing when you hit the top of the drop, you only have so many seconds. I feel like our big guys did a great job today. Was really excited the way that they played. I'm going to watch it on film. Maybe there were some times I shouldn't have escaped or left a little early, or maybe could have stayed in the pocket, but we'll see and watch those plays and hopefully learn and grow and progress.
What do you find to be the biggest differences from college so far?
The biggest differences, I mean, I've said this once. I feel like in college there's always that one player that was like, we might have to scheme against this guy because, he's big, he's fast, he's an NFL type player. And then you get out here and everybody's, tall, big, and fast. There's not like, that corner is, super short, so we can just throw a fade over the top because, he doesn't have the height. Everybody kind of has all the tools. And so you really got to rely on, I think, the fundamentals of, in college, I don't feel like my timing as a drop mattered as much as it does in the NFL. If I'm off just with a little bit, if I cross over on my 3-step when I should have done, a chop timing, then I feel like it makes a big difference. Whether in college, I feel like, I can make it up with my arm or something like that. But in the NFL, everybody's so good and so fast. Those windows open and close so quickly that you really have to, I think timing's the biggest thing.
When you approach a game, do you think about playing for a job in the NFL or just trying, because that's part of the equation here. You think about, okay, this is what I got to do in this situation. How much of it goes into both of those?
I think for me, I just want to play my best and reach my potential. As far as depth chart and who makes the team and everything like that, that's going to be out of my hands. So I'm just going to try to go out, play my best ball, and then control what I can control.
You can't control that though.
Yeah, but the decisions I don't control. But obviously, I'm gonna try to play to my potential.
What are your expectations for yourself if you do perform to your abilities?
Yeah, I mean, I would say as a quarterback, have no mental errors, have a clean operation, no pre-snap penalties. I have to make sure everyone's in the right spot. Just things that require no talent have to require no talent, if that makes sense. Get everybody at player line, don't have any delay of game penalties, don't forget emotion or things like that. So I feel like as a quarterback, if you don't take ownership over that, then the players aren't going to take ownership over that. So when I feel like I know the offense in and out, I feel like the guys are going to, either if they have to ask me a question, I'm going to know the splits and the route depth and everything for everything that everybody's going to run.
You're obviously a very good athlete, but the other guys in the room, Jalen and Marcus and Ian, probably a little bit faster than you, right? Do they?
For sure.
Do they sort of tease you about that in the room? Is that like
I get teased a little bit on the team sometimes. Fred, who's one of our offensive tackles, says he's faster than me. But I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's been fun. All the guys on the team are great, and I've really enjoyed being their teammate.
Though, is it like you're all running the same offense,
Mm-hmm.
but you have sort of different skill sets? How does that sort of complicate the teaching?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a different style of play, obviously. I think they do a great job of adapting, the play calls to what I do best, and obviously when Jalen gets in there or when Marcus or Ian are in there. But I think it's just, play to your skill set, and maybe I have a different mindset of maybe I want to try to squeeze this in there instead of scramble and make a few guys miss. Or I feel pretty confident in my ability to run. I wouldn't say I'm trying to run every time I get the ball. I want to get the ball out of my hands. I feel like everybody else can make guys miss a little bit better than I can. But that's.
You had those fakes though.
I try to. It's my high school coach.
The things you're doing in the game, how much of that do you think is because of what you're learning from guys like Jalen and Marcus especially?
I think it's huge. Having both of those guys in the room, I think, is very beneficial for a rookie like me. I think my job right now especially is to be a sponge from those guys. Just what they're thinking pre-snap, what they're thinking post-snap. There are a ton of times where in practice, Jalen or Marcus will make an adjustment, and I'm back there thinking, like, why do I think they would have made that adjustment? And the adjustment works perfect. And so just picking their brain afterwards of, like, why did you see this? Was it like a backer that was boss? Was it an alignment? What was it? Because they have so much experience in the NFL that maybe I didn't see that in college, or just pick up on little details that I didn't really think about that I think can really help my game in the future.
What about an example of doing that tonight with Marcus?
Yeah, I feel like there were a few examples of the game last Saturday of just seeing guys aligned and seeing safeties rotated a little bit, and Marcus is basically saying, when I see the backer this way and the safety with this depth, there's only two coverages that they can be in. And so in my mindset, I'm expecting this coverage, and then if it's not that, then I know it has to fall down to plan B, and then I can play ahead of the game type thing.
What about this system do you find is suiting your skill set so far?
I love the variety. I love how we can make adjustments on the fly. We have plays that have automatic, adjustments to them, or just in the middle of the play, a receiver can change his stem or his depth or anything based off the coverage or the type of defense, which I think is really beneficial for, obviously, a quarterback and for a receiver. And I just feel like when you run the offense well, it's obviously unstoppable because we should have answers for everything that the defense can throw at us.
Marcus, what's your assessment of your play out there tonight?
Sloppy. And I can do a better job of getting our guys operating cleaner and more efficiently. But that's what preseason's for, being able to kind of get some of that stuff ironed out, clean off some of the rust, and we'll find ways to get better.
You had a couple overthrows. Is it a mechanical thing? What's the issue?
No, I just, I think looking at it, just missed it. And sometimes that's what it is. And when you take a look at tape, we can kind of break down the mechanics. But right now, for me, I just missed the throw.
Did it seem like you were running quite as much, or was that an intentional thing, trying to work more in the pocket tonight?
Not necessarily. I think that's just kind of how the game went. Moving forward, I know I can kind of use both my legs and my arm. And if need be, whatever kind of calls for it, I'll do.
Big picture, how do you feel the acclimation process is going overall into this offense?
Yeah, it's taking it one day at a time. There's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days. And just being able to learn from it, I think that's what's most important. For me in this role, I have to be able to just go out there and operate cleanly. And I think that's what's great for me in these preseason games, is it creates an opportunity for me to get real live reps, to get those experiences, so that if need be, if I got to come in, I can operate cleanly and just get in and out of the huddle and making sure we're running efficiently.
What did you think of the way he played in the second half? Just watching him and everything.
Yeah, I thought he did great. Gave our guys chances to make plays, was moving the ball, and made some big-time plays in critical situations. And I think that's really cool for him as a young guy. And like I said, I think for our entire group, it's just being able to learn from every scenario and every situation. The more that he gets his experience and the more that he plays, the more he'll feel comfortable in this system. So I thought he did a great job today, and we'll continue to learn as a group.
This isn't obviously your first stop in the NFL. How has this, in comparison to some of those other first years you've had, previous stops, how has this process been compared to those?
That's a great question. I'm not really one that reflects a lot, especially when you're in the middle of it. But for me personally, I love the quarterback room. I think it's great. I think Brian and Tanny do a great job of kind of outlining what is the expectation for us at the position. So for me, just again, I'm learning as I go, and I'm learning through these experiences, and good, bad, or indifferent, I'll take it on the chin and just learn.
A couple scary moments out there with some injuries tonight. What was your perspective with Tyree?
I just your heart goes out to them first and foremost, and you just think about your teammate. We play a game, and it's a blessing to be playing a game. But when these situations get like that, it is scary. So you think about him and you pray for him, and you hope from a health standpoint that he's okay.
First off, how you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling good. I know everybody worrying about my shoulder injury. They just took me out for precaution reasons. It's still getting loosened up, man. Like I tell people. And once they just pulled me and they told me I wasn't going back in, I really got kind of down on myself. I got sad because, I want to go. And I felt like I had a real good, first and second quarter. I felt like I was rushing well. And it's been good, man. You got guys like Sweat and Haas just giving me all the keys to success.
It looked like you heard it on that third down rush, but you stayed in. I mean, did you feel it then, and why did you stay in the game then?
I just stayed in because, it need to get loose. If you ever had surgery and working off of rehab and then coming back to play football, most people don't know that, it's just little things. So I say it wasn't even nothing that I'm worried about, and I'm just ready to go play next week, train for the coach.
So it's definitely like kind of a not a lingering thing, but because of the surgery, it's still like a scar tissue, or what's the...
Yeah, I'll say you could say it's scar tissue, or something simple. Like, I don't really want to get too deep into it, but it's my baby, and I take care of her every day. And sometimes she works, sometimes she don't, but I'm gonna deal with that, and that's my shoulder. So
that punt return, was it like on that play? Was it hurting you?
No, not really. No, it wasn't hurting at all. It really does. It doesn't hurt. And a lot of people just, see you go down because your shoulder, and I come back on the side, it just icy hot it up. And then I could have went back in if I wanted to. They just pulled me for safety precautions. So I just wanted to stand on the sideline and support the team.
It doesn't hurt, doesn't feel like stiff? Like, what's the...
No.
Okay.
No, it really was a little stinger. Like, if you ever hit somebody or came down funny and your top of your shoulder get a little... That's really what it was. It wasn't even nothing to check on or nothing. They just rubbed me in the little tent and put some icy hot on it. That's really all you could do.
So it sounds like in the immediate aftermath of it happening, you weren't concerned at all, given the injury that you just recovered from.
No. You play, man, I don't want to say this, but if you play a certain way, then something else happens. My coach Smart used to say an old saying, but I can't say it right here. We got females in the room.
It looked like you were a little mad at yourself on that one rush, though. You thought you had the quarterback, is that right?
Yeah, I just get mad at myself because them plays I got to finish. That's why they brought me here. They brought me here to finish plays, not get close, not get there, not almost do that. They brought me here to finish, and make plays, and that's what I'm here to do.
You've gotten close now in 2 weeks in a row. Are you hungry for that first sack?
Yeah, I'm hungry, and I'm waiting. So next week, hopefully, is the week. I don't know. You never know, man. Trying to get sacks in the NFL is like trying to hit home runs.
Between your first preseason game and now your second, how much more comfortable do you just feel in the defense and everything?
Yeah, I feel a lot more comfortable just in the defense, just in how we do things, how it's going to be called, how it's going to come out. And I just really, you got to understand your new defensive coordinator, and I can almost spit it out before he even called. Like, I should be able to just look at the sideline and be like, oh, I know it's coming, before even the mic give it up.
What was it like having Nakobe back out there with you in the game?
Oh, man, it was good to have my dog out there. It just gives you a type of ease when your signal caller has been the same for 4 years and now he the same in the league. So hopefully we be together a long time. That's my goal.
What's eat off the floor mean?
Huh?
What's eat off the floor mean?
Eat off the floor. You ain't never been hungry enough to think about eating off the floor, have you?
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm talking about starving. That's the mentality that I got. I just like to eat off the floor, and that's what... Coach Smart put that in our head, and I told him when he made this shirt, because that's what I was telling him about last year. We had Shep come, and Shep said, you got to want this shit as bad as you want to eat off the floor. And I just think of that stuff every day, eating off the floor, just grinding. We stack days at Georgia. Hard work works. And I just try to keep that little bit in me since I'm gone.
How would you assess your first 2 preseason games, the way you played?
Man, I need to do a lot better. Need to do a lot of things better as far as my hands, and I'm not where I want to be. And me and Coach Wash talk about it every day. And he coached me hard. That's how I like to be coached. And he try to get the most out of me, and not try, but he get the most out of me every day, even in practice, as I said. But man, he's a great coach, and just we point out the flaws and try to get everything together.
You spoke draft weekend about playing special teams. It's not a lot of first-round picks who are running down on hook punts. Is that a point of pride for you?
Yeah. yeah, it's mostly a point of pride just to show I could do it. And like y'all asking about my shoulder and stuff, I want them to know I could do everything. I'm still that same player that left week 8, week 9, and I still got the same juice. It just, precaution reasons, they got to pull you and stuff like that.
How is your shoulder?
It's amazing. Shake my hand. See, look at that.
A ton of injuries in this game, not just you. What's that like as a player? Some scary ones in there as well.
Yeah, man, you just pray. We play a violent game, violent and physical game. And I tell people, it may be fun and games to somebody else, but it's somebody else's livelihood. Like this is my life. Like this is what I do. This is what I love to do at that. So, I just pray for them and really just, ask God to watch over all the injuries as far as not only me, myself, but other guys on the team. And even though mine wasn't even as severe as other guys, your heart just go out to them because we worked 4 weeks for this, and they would not to mention the countless days that y'all don't see during not training camp and workouts and stuff like that to get in shape to go to training camp. So my heart go out to those guys, and they just put in a lot of work.
Your first action there as an NFL starter, how did it feel to be on the field and walk us through your forced fumble?
Yeah, it felt good. It felt good to be back out there with the guys, to hear the calls from the side. That was kind of the biggest thing. Getting the calls from the side and being able to communicate with everybody and making sure all the communication and everything was, and get some more, a little bit more physical contact in. Forced fumble, it's we can goal line play. I just kind of read it. I just shot the gap. That's it.
How'd that communication go from the sideline to you?
What I'm talking about from the side?
Yeah.
Oh, everything was smooth. Everything was smooth. We still kind of I know how he is in practice and everything, but you want to hear it in the game. You want to actually be out there. You want to actually hear it in your headset. So that's always good to hear that and get that communication in.
Was it any different than practice?
Well, it's always different. It's always different practice. Practice, he's talking into it like this, so it could be a little muffled up with the shirt and everything. In the game, you got a headset on, so it's a little more clearer. He tell you a couple of things that he see and everything like that when it comes to the game also.
Looked like you saw the goal line play fast.
Yeah.
What did you see on the play?
Well, I kind of seen, when I seen the guard block down, I kind of seen how he came off. I knew it was a run. And I just shot the gap, having the instincts to just shot the gap, made the play.
What about, I guess, the instinct on that play before that, to kind of have like a quick memory to forget about the flag and be able to make that play?
Yeah, I don't know what happened with the flag, man. I don't know. I don't even. I thought I hit my own teammate actually, so I don't even really know. I ain't watched the film yet, so. But that's football,
You got him pretty good.
That's football, You make it one play, then you got to move on to the next.
Speaking of football, what did you make of all the injuries tonight that you guys sustained?
That's the worst part of football. Injuries. Worst part of sports is injuries. So just praying for all them guys. Hopefully, they are okay. Hopefully, everybody's okay and they can return back. And get those guys back as soon as possible.
They've been kind of mixing and matching throughout practice alongside you, but what was it like, kind of getting that first drive with Zach?
It was good. It was good. All those guys, we got a good, all those guys having a good camp. Everybody in the whole linebacker room, I feel like we having a good camp, and competition is stiff in there, with everybody, including myself. So I feel like I said, the addition of those guys added a lot of competition and made a lot of guys step their game up.
What did Nick say to you after the forced fumble?
Nothing. Good job. That's it.
You had 2 joint practices a day off then today. Do you think any of that contributed to maybe some of the injuries?
Well, it was a short week. We had a game last Saturday, then we had 2 joint practices, and then we got a game on Thursday. So it's a short week, but like I said, it's unfortunate that those injuries, and hopefully we can get those guys back as soon as possible.
It had been a while for you to get defensive snaps in a game.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel like there was any rust? How'd you feel out there with that?
The first couple of snaps, it felt like, all right. I got to just slow down and just kind of get relaxed. After about the 3rd or 4th, 5th snap, it's like, all right, I'm more comfortable now. I'm back in the swing of things. So, yeah, it's been a while since you've been out there going full speed, able to hit somebody.
With the expected amount of snaps obviously going to rise for you quite a bit this year, do you have to do different things to kind of take care of your body to make sure you're ready for that?
Well, yeah, of course, you gotta always listen to your body. You know, it's always tender about your body, but you know, everybody got their own little routine that they go through to make sure their body is straight. You know, I got mine, so I'm gonna continue to do that and listen to my body.
It's been a lot of fun, honestly, more than anything. I mean, that's why we came here all. I mean, we came here to compete. We came here to play football, right? So, there's a lot to learn from those guys.
How does it change now that you've got you have a second game under your belt? Is there anything you took from the first? Did it feel a little bit, I don't know, easier?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it slows down. It slows down, right? You see some stuff. It's just different plays. It's a different team, different personnel. So everything's just so quick, right? Because I mean, you've only studied them for so long. You practice against them for a couple of days, and then you're right in a game. So we're just taking each day and just trying to learn from it.
How about your first taste of fans at the Link?
Say again?
Your first taste of a Lincoln Financial.
I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, I think so. I mean, my first experience was really that practice with them. But yeah, I mean, they die hard, love what they've got, a lot of passion in this city.
You've been here now for a little while. How comfortable are you feeling in this defense?
Yeah, we're starting to feel a lot more comfortable. That kind of showed out there today. I feel like being able to. I started with Nakobe out there, so that definitely added more to how comfortable I was felt out there.
Yeah, a lot of different combinations we've seen. How'd you feel next to him, knowing that he's going to be the starter at that position?
Yeah, like I said, it made me feel more comfortable. Seeing his leadership out there, how him making plays, and he kind of helped me out with anything I needed.
Did you have expectations for this defense? Like, did you know anything about it before you came here? And if so, like, how is it?
Obviously I knew it was a great defense. I mean, of course, but as far as like where exactly I was going to be fitting in with that, not really.
You made some plays during the joint practices. Not that you need a confidence booster. You've been in this league a long time, but like, does that help a little bit, making you feel comfortable?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's been a little minute since I was been able to go out there and play. So I mean, going into the game, yeah.